recognise your talents is a really interesting one. How do you do that? How do you know what you're actually good at? And who's the best person to help you along that journey?
I think initially you start with yourself because you know yourself better. You know what you've gone through, you know what you've achieved in life, and you know what you haven't been able to achieve in life. And they're both equally valuable. And, if you can get yourself some time and space quiet without distraction and just put your thinking hat on and go through, and the way I do it is do a timeline. Every decades of your life from 0 to 10, from 11 to 20, so on and so forth, and then populate it with all your achievement.
So
Right from
give me a practical. I love that idea, Pradip. But give me a practical example of what a timeline might look like and what you might put in each element.
Well, the simple way is here in your hand.
Mm.
Each digit represents every decade. So, you can fold down each digit of your fingers on your hand and you recognize how many decades you've gone through. So if you have 50 already, you've done 50. So one hand closes and you move on to the next hand and you start
Yeah,
in your 60s. So that gives you a physical, visual timeline. And
sure.
then you go through every digit that's folded from 0 to 10, and then you write down what you've achieved at school, in life, friends you've made, experiences you've had. We're quite good at from 0 to 10. We can have some good memories from our formidable years, the place we grew up, people we grew up with, and that is defines your life forward. Then you're into your teens, or from 11 to 20, and that's where your growth phase is, physically, psychologically, and mentally.
Yeah, no, I get that. But what am I putting? So if I'm writing out this timeline and I'm thinking about what to put on it, am I thinking what am I? I'm putting memories. I'm putting experiences that I remember from that period of time. What else am I putting on that timeline to allow me to think about what the future might look like?
It's unique for every person because everybody lives with different experiences. So a couple of things you pointed out is something you've achieved in life, even if it's just a swimming certificate or something like that, or you got a excellent report from school. All these things add up value, and this is something that I did with my children. We created a portfolio of every certificate that they received, including my youngest one. When he was in hospital for a treatment, he got a little certificate for being a good boy. I said, keep that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure he still got it. And these things add up because we forget these easily as time goes by, and you don't find emphasis on it. But then when you go back, you think, yeah, actually, those little scores in life, little points, are actually valuable. Then you
Yeah.
go into your 20s and your universities and your academic achievements, the friends you made, any other things that you've experienced, maybe work experience, people you met, your professors you met, fellow students, and you learn from all these things. And if you achieve things grading wise or even outside the university or academic field, these are all valuable points because they carry you. I mean, when you're applying for work, they want to know on your CV what you've done apart from
Yeah.
university life.
Yeah.
So again, it adds value to your profession. And then when you're in
Yeah.
your adding everything you've achieved to move on to the next role.
Yeah.
So it's a
So
bit like a constant ongoing CV
yeah,
or
so
resume.
you're retrospectively looking back at your life and reflecting on what's brought you today to allow you to move forward.
Absolutely. Even right down to writing down people, the people who've been in your life.
Yeah, with the
Maybe
influences, right? Yeah.
absolutely. And it could be Auntie Ethel who you absolutely hated, but she taught you something. And these kind of things are very valuable because she'll have taught you how not to do something.
Yeah,
And I
interesting.
find these things because we tend to bury bad memories, but they are actually key points that's actually helped you grow up. So people are
Interesting.
very important. You could make a list of all the people who've been in your life from, work colleagues, well, all your relatives first, the friends you grow up with, even if they're not around with you anymore, but at least the interaction with them, what you did together, what you enjoyed together, what you learned from them. These are all life experiences. So it's building up a picture of who you are becoming at the age of about 60.